People always ask me why I choose Tino Sehgal. First, El Greco was on the place. And El Greco is one of my favorite artists since ever.
Esta obra del Greco, del nacimiento de Jesucristo, es una de sus primeras obras en España. El primer encargo que él hace en Toledo, que son los 3 altares para el convento de Santo Domingo el Antiguo, que eran monjas de clausura. Los retablos se conservan y las obras fueron dispersadas, unas en 1820 y otras, entre las cuales está esta, en 1959 o 1962, es decir, tarde. Este cuadro, cuando ya salió del convento y de la iglesia y entró en una colección privada, que fue la colección Botín, se ha visto muy poco, con lo cual el tenerla aquí expuesta, ¿no?, es realmente impresionante, muy, muy importante. Esta composición, que es todavía una obra, podemos llamar temprana, del Greco, todavía está manteniendo el colorido cálido de la pintura veneciana, sobre todo, de rojos, de amarillos, es decir, un colorido muy atractivo, que aquí hay ya un paso hacia adelante en lo que es el grupo de los angelitos que están en la parte superior. Ese color gris metálico, brillante y como de una explosión de relámpago, está empezando a cambiar hacia lo que se llama manierismo en el arte del siglo XVI y lo que sería su expresividad ya original. Como casi todos los retablos de la época, tenían una forma terminada en medio punto en la parte superior, pero la tela original, en donde estaba pintando el Greco, era una tela cuadrada, porque era mucho más fácil, ¿no?, hacer el bastidor cuadrado y que eso luego fuera tapado por el retablo, ¿no? Pero esto se ha dejado aquí libre y es interesante porque se puede ver una cosa que hizo siempre el Greco en todas sus obras. Cuando se ven sin los marcos, es muy interesante porque se ve cómo él probaba los colores, el pincel en los laterales, y en este lo podemos ver en la parte superior, que tiene otras pinceladas, otro colorido, y está en todas sus obras, aparece esto que es de un gran interés.
It took a while to think about where to position in this big space the El Greco painting, and finally on what kind of surface it should be hung. And well, we know about the history, and we know about, let's say, the gold in churches, in chapels. So this is in a way to quote where it once came from. And gold is a color that reflects very much light, not just the light that comes from the sun, also the light that we as human beings can give. The moment when I saw the painting, I got quite soon the idea to ask Tino Sehgal to come up with a kind of interpretation. Tino Sehgal is one of my very, very beloved contemporary artists. And I thought about how to challenge his understanding of how to create a situation with living people in dialogue with the El Greco painting.
When Udo Kittelmann, he first asked me and told me about his idea to do a show with El Greco paintings from the church in Toledo and my work. Eventually, it was not my first idea, but then when it became clear it was going to be this one painting, and then I looked at that painting and I thought, I've worked with so many different people in my work, with, like, you know, children, adults, senior people, academics, dancers, but I've never worked with babies, actually. And the core of this painting is baby Jesus.
And Tino Sehgal's social interaction, his constructed situation, is also about a child. So a baby, a mother, a father.
In the field of theater and dance, you say, one says one shouldn't work with children or with animals because they have like pure presence. So whatever you do with them, whatever you do will be eclipsed, by their presence. And I thought, okay, but now I'm doing this craft, this job, this profession for almost 30 years. I thought, okay, let me try. Now it's a challenge, to do something which integrates babies and uses their pure presence in an artistic way which makes sense and not just eclipses everything else.
I feel very happy that we can do this exhibition now with Centro Botín, especially in this big space, which is on one side facing the seaside and the mountains, and on the other side it's facing the city.
The official title is like El Greco and my name, but I think actually it's like El Greco, me, Renzo Piano, and the landscape of Santander, no? And I think that Renzo Piano did a really good job here. Like, it's amazing how he's like kind of put the building a little bit up, so from the city you see the landscape's very strong. And other artists had told me like, yeah, it's very difficult with this landscape, you have to put the blinds down and stuff. And I said, no, I want to work with the landscape, and this huge window, there's water, there's hills, there's seagulls, sometimes you see seagulls coming, and then there's also humans. So I brought in the humans into the landscapes.
And this is quite important, that you do not have 4 white walls, but you have a view, a long distance view. And this is also about El Greco and Tino's piece in a way, to create abstract thinking. It's not narrow-minded. It is very much about to give freedom to our thinking and to take care and to get aware of what does it mean to take care of a kid, a baby, because babies are our future.
We always worked locally with people locally. Then my work became, let's say, more skill-based, so then I started bringing people like you do in a dance company or something, or an orchestra, start to bring the people to the place. And here we're doing a mix. Most of the people are coming from all over Europe to work here. So there are people who have a background as a dancer, but also have a baby, which is, let's say, between 3 months to 1.5 years, 1.75 years. And so we also have a few people from Santander who have a baby in that age who are interested to participate. And yeah, there are people like all of us, no? Like, it's just people.
This is, to me, so much about our life. It's a very fragile exhibition, but our whole relationship to other human beings, our whole duration of life is fragile. The whole planet is fragile. And this is a spiritual experience people can have with this exhibition. So the dialogue between Tino Sehgal's piece and El Greco's amazing painting, which you also can see here. It's not just about watching, it is about listening. It is about to see people in action, the relationship between parents and the baby. It's not just painted, it's the pure life you can really meet in this or with this exhibition.